So I want to straight up go into, you hear like the phrase money doesn't buy happiness, which obviously it's true, right? There's so many other areas of life that's needed to have a fulfilling life, relationships, family. But you hear this phrase get thrown out a lot with like money doesn't buy happiness. Like a lot of our society, I think we've been conditioned to not think of money as something that's like our school education, our parents even might have told us not focus on money. Like money is not that important. That's like the common narrative we like hear all the time. And I think a lot of us here today are here for money, right? It is a big aspect of our lives, and we're here to try to solve that problem. First, you have to wake up and realize like, okay, so money might not buy like complete happiness, but like to me, like how you make the money in this world makes a world of a difference when it comes to like your quality of life. It's like with the lead gen business, we are creating digital assets that go out there and make money for us while we can be doing other things. So Dan talks about this all the time. It's about being a magician, not a mule. 90% of society, like what they're doing is they're trading time. They're clocking in somewhere for work, trading in 8 hours, and they get paid a certain dollar per hour, right? And that's not what being a real entrepreneur is about. Real entrepreneurs, what we do is we find leverage. So whether it's websites or digital assets, leverage maybe other people that we hire, we're in the driver's seat. So we're the ones employing other people, and we're the ones that are innovating, like whether that be websites or software, different things like that, so that we can generate multiple streams of income so that our income is not tied to our time. Because honestly, like time is the most important, whatever you want to call it, like resource we have. It's something that we can never get back. So that understanding it's a mental shift that like we all have to go through, because we were all conditioned to be employees, and being an employee, you have a guarantee of income, meaning that when you apply for a job, right, you know exactly how much you're going to make if you spend 40 hours at that workplace per week. So starting from day one of that job, if I spend 40 hours this week at this specific job, I'm going to make X amount of dollars, right? So you have that guarantee. In entrepreneurship, we don't have that guarantee, because like you can spend 40 hours next week on a new business, but if you fail at that business, you might not make any money, or you might even lose money. So quote unquote entrepreneurs, we're the ones that have to take the risks, right? You have to put in the time sometimes without seeing a tangible result. But when you actually do a proper business or proper skill, you're putting in all this time with no guarantee, but in the long run, we're going to be overpaid for our time. So for example, I don't know if you guys can see my calculator here, but I have a tree service site back in 2015 that's been making me $2,000 a month every month since 2015. And I only probably spent a total of like 15 hours to build it and to rank it. Let's multiply $2,000 by 6 years almost. So 6 years. So $2,000 a month times 12. Okay. 24 grand a year times 6 years. That one site has made me $144,000. And if we divide that by 15 hours I spent on it, that activity was $9,600 per hour kind of activity. So it's like in the beginning, I spent 15 hours over like maybe 3-4 months. There was no return on that time invested. So in the beginning, it was like I was underpaid for that time. Let's just say I was a lawyer. I was still underpaid, right? Like $0, 15 hours invested. But over time, I'm actually way overpaid for that hour. So again, I just want to kind of point out like the difference of like being an entrepreneur versus an employee. There's a big difference in time commitment. It does require a leap of faith. It does require commitment, but it's that commitment that most people are not willing to do. But it's also the same reason why we get to live the lives that most people wish for, that they don't have. And honestly, like that's the world of a difference between, I have friends that never even start or even try like online businesses, even though they know me, they know I'm doing all this. Sometimes they don't even ask, which kind of baffles me from time to time. So moving right along. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you liked that video. So the other day I got a question from somebody that asked me, hey, what if I put in all the effort of building and ranking these sites, and what if I can't find a client? It still seems pretty risky. Now to that I say, hey, even if you are 50%, so let's say you build 10 lead gen sites, only 50% pop, all that effort was still worth it, because you're talking about assets that can now pay you month after month for years to come. Heck, like even if you were 20% success rate, right, it's still worth it, because we're talking about creating long-term residual income. And especially if like in life, all like you don't have any other abilities to earn income other than to trade time for dollars, we have to do whatever it takes to create assets that can also make money for us. And I promise you, your quality of life will begin to dramatically improve. Now, it's a skill set, right? So as you learn and get better, your success rate will continue to go up. But when I first got started, I didn't know what I was doing. Like a lot of my sites were pretty successful, but even if you weren't able to find success with some of these sites, the cool thing is you can keep trying, right? These sites don't cost that much to get going, just some effort. So you can keep trying until you create these long-term assets. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if you fail a little bit here and there along the way. So if you're interested in this business model, we have a coaching program, 7,000 students. We've been coaching since 2014. We have a lot of data. We have a lot of innovation in our program that makes this business more streamlined. So click on the link below to find out more info. I'm going to also be showing you my own lead gen assets and websites that's been making me money since 2015. So you'll be able to see all of that. So yeah, click on the link below, and I'll see you on the flip side.